All right, a Maryland mother says no amount of money or apologies will bring her daughter back. The teenager died back in 2005 after crashing her General Motors car. The airbag never went off.
It's a defect that affected 2.6 million cars, and today GM blamed incompetence and negligence for waiting more than a decade to issue a recall for the faulty ignition switch. ABC 2 News' Catherine Hawley is here now with the very latest. Catherine?
General Motors released the findings of its internal investigation today. 15 employees have been fired and 5 others disciplined for waiting so long to address the defective ignition switches. It's an issue that's blamed for at least 13 deaths, including a teen from Southern Maryland. Back in July 2005, 16-year-old Amber Rose crashed her brand new Chevy Cobalt in Charles County. The airbags never deployed and Amber died.
The EMTs at her funeral told us that if the airbags had deployed, that she would have been alive today. The only other injury she sustained was a cut on her lip.
Speaking with us over FaceTime, the Anne Arundel County woman says her daughter's death was all because of a General Motors defect. A faulty ignition switch can kill the engine, shut off the power assist to steering and brakes, and disable the airbags. An issue GM admits it knew about for at least 10 years.
We simply didn't do our job. We failed these customers, and we must face up to it, and we must learn from it.
The results of a 3-month internal investigation were released Thursday. The report found there was no sense of urgency about the issue, but there was no conspiracy to cover it up. 15 GM employees have been forced out of the company for failing to disclose the defect, and a compensation plan for victims' families will start accepting claims in August. The recalls were only started back in February and impact 2.6 million small, older cars. Last month, GM was fined $35 million.
I want to first take an opportunity to again express my deepest sympathy to the families that lost loved ones and to those who were injured. I realize there are no words of mine that can ease their grief or their pain.
Payne Christian wants to make sure no one else has to experience. GM is currently under investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice to determine if criminal charges are warranted.
I know myself and a lot of the other families are really pushing, hoping that GM is held criminally liable for this.
Now, the automaker doesn't expect the 2.6 million cars with the defect to be fixed until October, but GM promises increased safety standards and says there will most likely be more recalls. Catherine Hawley, ABC 2 News.